much. Welcome once again to you and yours, and we surely never gonna give you up, like Rick Adley is saying right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm sure this man surely who joins on the broadcast is also never gonna give you up. Instead, he's gonna give you a whole lot of rhymes, and I've surely missed him on radio, but yeah, we're back together and looking to make things happen. Chuma Nnoli is the man in question, and he's sitting here gingerly, looking so good and so clean. You know, Chuma, one thing about him is he always loves to look clean, you know, and when he posts on the gram, you have no choice but to just hit the like button. That's how clean he is, you know, and I'm sure he will come clean today with his analysis. But a very good evening to you, Chuma. What's up? How you doing?
Well, I had several things I was going to say while I was listening to your voice. When you said something about life on deck, I was like, I will Joe Boy on deck. You know, and you said something about saw, and I was like, I saw, you know, that song. And just when I was about to speak, I looked at your glasses and I don't understand what the concept of the glasses is. It looks like it goes back to the 1980s.
The studio is too bright. So I need to.
As in, I'm scared of staring at you because you look like a bit of Rambo. Looks like you would just get angry at the point and say, hey, Chuma, walk out of this studio or I'll throw knockouts.
No. The studio is too bright. Sam was actually talking to me. That's why I wasn't, giving you full attention. So, the light is too bright. No, I just needed some,
it's not even about
some
the fact
difference.
It's not even about the
some
fact
shade.
That it's that glasses. It's the swag around the glasses.
Okay.
It's been a while since I saw
this kind of
small
That's
one.
actually why I bought it, because recently I found out that I'm a lover of things like this, talking about specs, and I just saw it and I was like, let me go for it because of the design and everything.
Yeah, it looks like you and Danny Alves and the same WhatsApp group, right? We saw the glasses Danny Alves wore.
I'm telling you, that was legendary. That was legendary.
Excited to be here, but happy to be by your side. You're a fantastic fellow. You didn't come into the studio to just give us sport. You also came in to say hello. You're putting on the color yellow. And I'm sure you want to become greater than the great Sir Ahmadu Bello.
Oh, shit. Or even closer to Marshmallow.
Oh, you take it. I think people like you admire Jennifer Lopez. What do they call her again? Jello.
Jello. Well, Chuma Nnoli is right here, and I'm sure you and I definitely alongside him and everyone listening to the sound of our voices will enjoy the broadcast. Let's go straight into it as we continue to serve you the biggest stories in the world of sports. We also get to talk about Nicolas Pepe. Is it time for Arsenal to offload the man they bought for £72 million? Well, he surely hasn't had much of an impact right there at Arsenal, talking about the Ivorian. Plus, we'll look at Stelian Petrov and his comments concerning the AFCON, saying that it will affect some, if not major, top sides right there in the Premier League. Of course, you already know Leicester City, for one, have 5 African players, and looks like they all will be going for the AFCON. Plus, Liverpool as well, the likes of Mo Salah, Sadio Mane. Which of the teams do you think will be affected the most by the fact that next year our African brothers will be playing at the AFCON? A whole lot to talk about as well right here on the station's number one for news, talk and sports. But let's just get right into it, talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And yes, they have qualified for the latter stages of the AFCON, or should I say World Cup qualifiers, not the AFCON now. We know the AFCON is coming up next year, but the World Cup qualifiers also in the mix.
I know a place where the land is greener and diversity brings beauty, just like the rainbow.
TY Mix.
It's hard to replace such a good feeling when the news of unity fills the air while the wind goes.
Family and the gang in partnership with Sign Up Sponsors.
Well, Lufoma Gbamino just came into the studio and decided to start beefing all of a sudden, saying, I'm doing a Stevie Wonder. I don't know, Foma. I mean, are you feeling the shades or not?
I'm just not feeling nothing.
You're not feeling it?
Why are you wearing dark black shades?
Yeah, because the studio is too bright.
What is too bright about this studio?
Okay, should I take it off?
No, overdose wear your thing is your swag, I bet.
I mean,
what kind of hacking?
No, it's not
this guy related to Danny Alves.
Okay, I've taken it off. Are we happy now?
Are you Stevie Wonder in disguise?
Are we good now?
We have friends in the studio now.
Yeah, we do.
Oh wow, that's so
How long?
cool.
How long have you been here?
I've been away for 3 weeks.
Not his staff.
Oh yeah.
He's a management. He's not a staff.
So I was actually walking down this. By the way, good evening, everyone. I was actually, and it feels good to be here after 3 weeks.
No.
Or is it
You
1
wait
month?
for me. You wait for me to introduce.
You have introduced me.
This is your show. I know, but
No.
Let's follow
It's not
protocol.
it's not about my show.
No. These Thursdays are
It's
your
a
beats.
Femi and the
But
gang
please
show.
allow me to introduce you. Don't jump protocol.
Okay.
I'm the
sorry.
man in charge.
Sorry,
here.
no verse.
You
I
say
thought
good
you had
evening
called
now.
me. I
You
thought
say
you had
good
called
evening
me
now,
now.
just jump in.
I be Chuma. She be call me to make
Is it
my
because
talk.
no? Is it because
Now shades cause
no? Is it because
now
he
you won't
actually
shade you.
No, is it because he actually said I should be doing Thursdays now? So you now want to feel that veto power. You want to be doing anyhow.
No verse.
Okay. No, I'll apologize because another Thursday is not far off. I decide to take it away. But then again, ladies and gentlemen, Ufoma Egbamino joins us in the studio right here. Ufoma, you're welcome. How you doing? Officially now, you can.
It's Butara Natagi. You are not well.
No. Even inside you well. I have to do things, according to protocol.
Well, it's great to be here. Good evening. I've been away for I think more than 3 weeks.
Yeah, more than.
Before I went on leave,
Yeah.
I think I had not been on the show for about 2 weeks or that. So
you were just flexing.
It's been
Mama, you're flexing. You're
nah.
flexing. You're flexing.
So I go to official work now.
You're
Flex.
flexing, you're
I don't
flexing.
understand.
Mama, we'll have to.
Overdose, let's give that a title. Tour de Nigeria. Not Tour de France. Port Harcourt, Kano,
I'm
Abuja,
telling
Lagos.
you,
Those are the most
just
important cities
everywhere.
in Nigeria now.
No, it was-
But those seriously.
I'm telling
the biggest
you.
cities in Nigeria
Yeah.
are Lagos, Abuja, Kano, and Port Harcourt. Yes or no?
Yes.
This guy don't go everywhere for the
He
last 2
touched down everywhere.
I had fun. To be
I know
honest.
you had fun.
I had fun. It was stressful a bit, but I had fun. Doing tour in Nigeria, according to Chuma.
Okay.
But seriously speaking, though, I was climbing down the stairs this evening as I was leaving the office.
Okay.
Because I needed to go wash the car. It was horrible. It was looking like God. It was looking really horrible.
Yeah.
So as I was climbing down, I was singing. Somebody daughter go find me one. And I was thinking, then the next thing I just said was, I don't tire. As I said that, guess who was behind me? See you. And he just said, yeah, it's good to be tired, but well done. And I told him, I'm like, kidding me, boss. There was that.
Shout out to Sedge. Yes, boss.
Yeah,
the boss.
Very good
boss.
boss. But hey, apologies for being late. I had to go wash the car, like I
It's
said.
allowed.
And that's why I'm
This
about
guy is
to-
head of news now. You also have news duties, so please don't apologize for anything.
Okay.
It's too late to apologize.
Oh, Chuma, yeah? You're in the zone. Chuma, I missed you, man. I missed you. It's too late to apologize. Anyways, it's not too late to start preparing for the World Cup.
Yes,
Talking about the final phase of qualification, and one man, the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dari, says the ultimate desire now is to ensure that the Super Eagles qualify for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Hopefully, we get to be there, covering the World Cup live in Qatar. I want to be there. Yes, I hear Qatar. Qatar is calling. I'm just my left ear. I'm just hearing Qatar.
Just be in good health.
Not the one that
Don't have
will
cough
block
and
my
Qatar,
nose.
my brother. Just be in good health.
Anyways, the sports minister spoke today in Abuja during the State House briefing coordinated by the presidential communications team, and he stressed, that of course the focus right now is to ensure that the Super Eagles qualify for the World Cup. Let's take a listen to him right here.
We know what the concerns are. We know what the worries are. The Super Eagles must qualify for Qatar 2020. We know the power of football, and we will do whatever is necessary. We will make whatever amends is required. We'll be timely about it to make sure that Nigeria's football is of the highest quality and will play in Qatar. Because the president's charge is clear. When the FIFA president came, at the end of the president's speech, he said, Mr. President, see you in Qatar. We'll get there.
See you in Qatar, but Honorable Minister, it's 2022, sir. He said 2020. Please,
So Navision 2020 still in mind, no vex.
But anyways, the message is clear, and of course, you know already that the man says the Super Eagles, they're looking to make sure that they are there among the qualified teams that will be playing at the World Cup next year. Well, he also spoke further to stress that no decision has been taken on the job of Super Eagles coach Gernot Rohr, about that the NFF, the Nigerian Football Federation, will soon present a formal report on the performance of the Super Eagles. Of course, you already know news have been making arounds, reports rather have been making arounds that Gernot Rohr has been sacked or will be sacked as the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But the man who's the number one man when you talk about sports in the country, Sunday Dare, is right now stating that no decision has been taken as yet on the job of Gernot Rohr, while he believes that the NFF will soon present a formal report on the performance of the Super Eagles.
The Ministry of Youth and Sports Development is waiting a standard operating procedure. First, the NFF will receive a technical report that analyzes the game. And based on that, it will be subject to review and scrutiny. And thereafter, they take a decision, either about the players, either about the coaching staff or the technical crew. The ministry is waiting for that report from the NFF. What the report will contain, what it will recommend, I cannot say precisely. Before the end of the week, we'll have that report.
Before the end of the week, we're already on Thursday, so hopefully tomorrow he should get the report, and we'll let you in on all that it entails. But then again, he is saying no decision has been taken, and when you look at the fact that Nigeria, especially in qualification series, talking about group-wise now, in the final game that finished on Tuesday evening, well, a whole lot of people, football lovers, have repeatedly criticized the Eagles as to what they believe was an unimpressive handling of the national team by Gernot Rohr. But right now, I'm asking, this man has once again been able to qualify for the final group of qualification series, or final stage of qualification series, and there you have other top African teams looking to make it count right there as well. You have the likes of Algeria, who have also qualified. Morocco are also in the mix. You have Senegal as well, and not forgetting the fact that you also do have top teams like Tunisia also there, Ghana, Egypt, Cameroon, Mali, and Democratic Republic of Congo. Guys, I'll have to start with Ufoma. The last shall become the first. Ufoma, when you look at the Super Eagles right now, and you look at the way they're playing, do you think this man should continue as the Super Eagles coach, Gernot Rohr, that is?
I think anybody who follows me should already know what my thoughts are about Gernot Rohr. I think if it is financially possible, the man should have been sacked yesterday, not today. But I totally understand the misgivings of the Nigerian Football Federation. I haven't confirmed, but I hear that his severance package could be worth as much as $2 million US. That's a lot of money. That's give or take about 7 billion or thereabout. Now, like I said, I haven't confirmed, but there have been several figures bandied around. Yeah. Now, if that is I hear that, if the NFF sacks him, because they feel that he's the team is not playing well, or all of the clamor from a lot of Nigerians, because the targets that have been put for him in his contract, he's actually met all of them. The only reason the Nigerian Football Federation can actually sack him and not pay him that severance package if he does not get to the final of the AFCON next year. If Nigeria does not get to the final of AFCON next year, the Nigerian Football Federation can sack him without having to
pay him that money,
pay all of that money. But if we do that now, reportedly or allegedly, I hear we'll pay him as much as $2 million US. That's a lot of money, to spend on sacking a manager. Do I, like I just said, do I want him sacked now? No. I wanted him sacked yesterday. Because let's be honest with ourselves, as much as he's met all the supposed targets that we're talking about, my goodness, when last did you watch the Super Eagles? I forced myself. I didn't watch the last game, the one outside out of the country, the one I didn't watch that one. I managed to watch a bit of the last game against Cape Verde, on Tuesday. And my goodness,
no playing style
of Nazareth. That's not the Super Eagles I grew up watching, for the love of God. Yes, I know. See, the problem is that Nigeria was in a very chaotic situation, a very terrible situation when Gernot Rohr came into the picture. Did he do well by stabilizing the team? Absolutely. Did he, take us away from where we are to some bit of comfort? Yes. He was quite great doing that. But the team now needs to go to that next level. Unfortunately, Gernot is still stuck in his old ways. Gernot is still stuck in the system that worked for him 4-5 years ago. Unfortunately, as much as they're getting the results, as much as they are into the next round and the final playoffs of for the 2022 World Cup, my goodness, do you watch how they play? It's terrible. You can't even sit down and watch the game. Sam, one of our digital producers, was literally almost cried, talking about how dire the football was, and he was watching it live at the stadium.
My football lovers? I have exciting news.
Nigeria Info. Apologies for that abrupt break in, of course, transmission and analysis. Yeah, Zeta is no respecter. She's that stubborn, Zeta. I'm sure this coming days will teach her a lesson. But anyways, welcome back. It is still Game On right here on a Thursday. Overdose. Okoreji Chidozie Jeff alongside Ufoma Igbamino and Chuma Noli. No, the rhymes man. Yes, Chuma Noli right here. And Ufoma, you were actually breaking it down, saying if you had your way, Gernot Rohr should have been sacked yesterday or before now. But then again, when you look at the team, you just want him to, just prove doubters wrong, so to speak, by getting to the final. But with the quality of our play right now and with the way that he's handled the team, do you think he can achieve that target of getting to the final of next year's AFCON?
The honest truth is that competitions like the Africa Cup of Nations can throw up surprises. You don't have to be the very best team to actually go all the way. On paper, when we last won the Africa Cup of Nations in 2013, Nigeria was not amongst the top 2, top 3 teams. But what did we do? We went from playing, I think it was 2 draws in the first 2 games,
Zambia, Burkina Faso.
Exactly, and then ended up beating Ethiopia 2-0, courtesy of 2 Victor Moses. 2 penalties he scored in that game. I can't even remember.
Yes.
And just when everybody thought we were going to be knocked out by Cote d'Ivoire, including myself, we went on to beat them. Then thrashed Mali in the semis and beat Burkina Faso in the final. Not many people gave the Super Eagles a chance, but we did. So competitions like the AFCON next year might not necessarily, we might not play particularly well and go all the way, so it's possible. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not possible to reach the final, but looking at the indices, but for me, I was talking about the fact that he
should have been sacked.
He should have been sacked a long time ago, but we can't afford it. Now, thankfully, I've not been in contact with the Nigerian Football Federation, to be very honest. I've more or less, withdrawn a bit from sports and football issues. But thankfully, one of our colleagues, senior colleague, I should say, and former Nigerian Super Eagles media officer, Colin Odo, did put out, on his page on Twitter, that, he had reached out, to the Nigerian Football Federation. Some officials on the record and off the record, had actually told him to resign. That he has not been sacked. That's raw. Of course, the NFF has come out with a statement already to deny all of the issues, that he's not been sacked, but that he's been asked to resign, which comes back to what I was saying earlier before we went on that break, that the severance package, to sack him is a lot of money. Nigeria can't afford to spend close to 7 billion naira, just to pay off a manager right now. 7 billion naira go do plenty things for this country.
Work things.
It's like 1 billion.
Is it 1 billion or 7?
1 billion.
Okay, 1 billion. Sorry, my maths. My bad. My maths was a bit wrong.
Former needs money.
I have so much money, but looking at it from the other side of the equation, I just saw a senior NFF member, ask a very cryptic question on a WhatsApp group. That cryptic question was, somebody was saying that if they sack Gernot Rohr right now, whoever will be the next Super Eagles manager would only have about 10 to 12 days with the team before the Nations Cup, which is true, knowing that FIFA rules, you just have about 2 weeks before a competition, and not all the clubs would even release the players 2 weeks. So the person asked that question, or person made that statement, and then the senior NFF official said, and so read whatever you want into that message. But the truth of the matter is that there's pressure on the NFF, because this has gone beyond just ordinary fans on the street. A lot of political leaders, a lot of persons who have authority, or who have leverage in the country, saw the game on Tuesday and of course were disappointed. So there's a lot of clamor to actually get Gernot Rohr out. If it was possible for the Nigerian Football Federation to sack him without having to pay that hefty fine, trust me, they would have done it yesterday.
Wow. All right, Chuma is also here, and I'm really eager to get your thoughts on this one. What do you think about the Super Eagles and Gernot Rohr? Is he the man that can actually do it? Like Kufoma said, I mean, tournaments like the AFCON are never a good indices to rate whether or not the Super Eagles will go all the way and get to the final, and of course meet the requirement put by the NFF to Gernot Rohr. But again, recently, you look at our style of play, look at our performance, you look at how we've been able to come up against teams, especially in the group where we were against Cape Verde, Central African Republic, and Liberia. And you look at all that and you want to ask questions as to whether we can go all the way with Gernot Rohr. Do you think he's still the man for the Eagles?
Well, he has to be the man now, and you know he's been in charge of the team for 5 years or thereabouts.
He has to be the man now because that's his
that's
role.
That's the situation we
but
find
not that you're
ourselves
convinced.
in. That's the situation we find ourselves in, and we have to accept the reality of life. It's one thing to sing all around the place Gernot Rohr in the month of November 18 to be precise, when we're just 2 months away or under that to the Africa Cup of Nations, and we don't have any more games to play, official games, until the Nations Cup kicks off. It has to be friendly matches and just a camping experience before that. This man knows the team front and back because he's been with them for all of this time, and you want to sack him in November? Doesn't make any sense to me. Now, let's take our mind back to examples. Nigeria went to the Africa Cup of Nations in 2002, right? On that, the late Shuaibu Amodu. We won bronze in that AFCON. One of the most boring AFCONs we've competed in because we're winning matches 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. And I think we beat Mali in the bronze medal game to win bronze. And then we had that whole fiasco too in the team, you know, and the senior players had a debacle or whatever with the NFF. There had to be change of guard. Okocha became captain of the Nigerian national team, and they brought that Degboye Onigbinde to lead us to the World Cup in Korea and Japan in 2002. How did that World Cup go? It was one of the most useless performances Nigeria's ever had in a World Cup.
We lost to Argentina.
Yeah, so drew Nionio against England, and that was the end of the road. Lost to Sweden by 2-1. And we were knocked out of that World Cup in shambolic fashion. Yes, so Okocha hit the bar. Remember that ball where he dribbled everybody and then hit the bar.
So that was the man that brought Agawa on and on and on.
Because he did the whole overhead stuff after scoring for Nigeria. So you know,
wait, that thing is 19 years ago.
Oh boy, Korea Japan 2002.
So you know they're saying that was before.
So that's an example of destabilizing status quo. Nigbide was brought in because the mindset was that Shuaibu did not do well enough in the AFCON. When Nigbide now went to the World Cup, what happened? It was terrible. Another example, Cote d'Ivoire. Ivory Coast had a glorious regime, a great era of fantastic players in South Africa for the World Cup in 2010. In the month of March, World Cup was June, July. By March, Ivory Coast appointed Sven-Goran Eriksson as coach of the side because he had handled teams like Mexico and England before that. They wanted a high-profile coach to take them to the World Cup with a golden generation of players. Yes, they found themselves in a difficult group because they had Brazil and Portugal to face. But what happened to Ivory Coast? They were knocked out in the group stages of that same World Cup. So that just shows that in international football, the template that works at club football level, where you can take away Frank Lampard and bring Thomas Tuchel and then see Chelsea become a galvanized side in the space of 5 months to go all the way and win the Champions League, is a different dynamic from national team football, because at club level, Thomas Tuchel is with these same players for those 5 months from January to May. At international level, the new coach who will come in, if he's not going to roll, come in and have, just like Ufoma said, just a fortnight with the team before the AFCON. After that, he will have to wait until the month of March to play 2 games that could define whether he's even a good coach or not, because if he messes up in those 2 games in March in the playoff rounds to qualify for the World Cup, then our dreams and aspirations will die completely because we will not even qualify for the World Cup. So, bro, it's a dicey thing. Do I think Rohr should be sacked? He should have been sacked, like Ufoma just said yesterday. See, that contract extension should never have happened. But now that we made that mistake, bro, I think it's going to be a double mistake if we let him go now, knowing that we're supposed to be one of the favorites for the AFCON. We have a golden generation, especially in the attack department. Our strikers are some of the best in Europe from Africa at the moment, whether it's Paul Onuachu scoring goals aplenty for his side gang, or it's Victor Osimhen who's shining in the Italian Serie A, or it's Kelechi Iheanacho who's doing some good stuff for Leicester City. We have guys in that department, but we're not scoring goals. So we should be able to make use of this golden generation in quotes in attack. Rohr is not doing that enough for us, but if you throw away Rohr, the next coach that comes in will not be cooked. He'll be raw.
Anyways, tell us what you think. All right, tell us what you think. Right here on Game On, looking at Gernot Rohr, still the man? Or, should he just go? Should he just leave so that we can actually get a new coach that will navigate the waters for us as far as the Qatar. Is it Qatar now? Qatar or Qatar? Okay, I think it's Qatar. The
Now you
Qatar,
feel like Quanta.
the Qatar 2022 World Cup is concerned. Hit us up 0700 993 993 993. And of course, for the ladies, 01465 7190. You also can tell us what you think on WhatsApp 08095975805. Let's hear from you this evening on Game On. Hello, good evening, welcome.
Hello, good evening, Ada in the house.
Yes, sir, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, the Ram Master.
Good evening, welcome.
Good evening, the Tony Ufoma.
Good evening.
The new signing Ufoma.
It's a new signing.
Oh, yeah, now.
We sign you from the newsroom now.
Oh, shit. All right, Friday, talk to us.
Overdose. It does for me when the minister is talking about the World Cup that is the most qualified. And when I checked last time, it's like the Nation Cup is coming before the last qualifier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nations Cup ends by February, last qualified match.
All our attention now is shifted to the World Cup qualifier. So we have forget the Nation Cup overdose. See, I want to know our priority.
Yeah.
Is it to qualify for the World Cup or to win the Nation Cup? Which one is more important to Nigeria? Because to me, I remember last time there was a time Chuma asked this question when the basketball were going for Olympics. Chuma was asking, do we winning the election, the Afro basketball, or qualify for Olympics? Many people were saying qualify for the Olympics. How did we end up in the Olympics, the basket team? We were disgraced. So we are just paying all our attention for qualify the World Cup. Then at the end, we will be knocked out in the first round of the World Cup. Why can't we put our priority now on the Nation Cup? What we do well in the Nation Cup, that same thing. It's a gather process. That same thing that we do well in the Nation Cup, we move to the World Cup. Is it not step by step? We are now moving to qualify for the World Cup. Just like what happened in France 98. We have not played our last match, our second round match. We are thinking of play Brazil in the quarterfinal. How did we end it, overdose? It was a disgrace. I believe we are just planning to fail, but we are not planning well at this time. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Well, let me go to WhatsApp. The messages are pouring in, and this one is quite interesting. It says, Overdose, let me sew clothes for you for free. And after that, any clothes you are bringing next, I cannot charge you because I love you. I love your show. I love everything about you. My name is Josh Olawipo. All right, Josh, I'll reach out to you later on.
But you have to. That's a fan's love Overdose.
Yeah.
You don't have to be Davido to get fans love Overdose. Please get the material and Auntie George. Yes.
All right, Josh, I'll reach out to you. Thank you for the love. Overdose, please make sure Farmer doesn't go alone again. Sign him on a permanent basis. Okay. Farmer.
I'm here for real.
For real. No more Gulliver travel.
No more. See yourself will not even sign up.
All right, this one says, good evening, guys. Welcome, the gang August visitor Farmer. My own point of view is this.
Share I see life.
Once the blue moon.
I'm telling you. Like lunar eclipse. I'm telling you. All right, this one says, NFF should allow Rohr to take us to the AFCON. After that, they can reconsider his contract. Ibe Emmanuel from Mowe of Fada. Of course, the club football action returns this weekend, and Dufama, that's why he's here actually. The odds and ticket show from 8 to 8:30. That's why he's seated here, so that he can serve you that and a whole lot more as club football returns, not just in England but every other top flight country, from Germany to Spain to France, you name it. Good evening, Overdose. I love you, and of course all the guys, good evening. Please, you people should stop talking about Super Eagles because I don't like their football style. I'm very angry with the team right now. In fact, please don't say anything about Super Eagles from now till the end of the show. Abba, Kilode, what happened? Don't be that bad. It's not that bad. There is still hope.
They say don't throw away the baby with the bathwater.
I'm telling you. Hello, who's there? Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. What's your name? Yes, sir.
Chuma.
Good evening. Welcome.
I would like to agree with Chuma. Let this man complete this circle. If it turns out good, fine. Turns out, but let it complete this chapter.
All right.
If another person jumps in now, we might just say maybe not. But let this work has started. Let him complete it. We will conclude that Rohr's chapter. Whatever comes out, we will face it. That's what I see.
All right. Thank you so much. Well, the way we see it right now, Zeta is calling once again. From where I see it, I don't want her to interject like she did before now. But then again, we will be back to talk about the biggest stories making the rounds in the world of sports. Plus, Odds and Ticket Show also coming right up. Stay here. Overdose, Chuma, and Ufoma on your radio.